think there's been stuff in the news, hasn't there, around a decrease because it's a bit more difficult for people in terms of visas and so on sometimes. Yeah, and I think something's changed, hasn't there, in the law around families being able to come over with overseas students. So, yeah, maybe a bit of a decrease, yeah.
Yeah, so...
And I know that some universities are struggling, aren't they, because there's a reduction in overseas students, which often provides a bit of an income for the university.
Can you guess, like, the tuition fee for international students?
It's a lot more than it is for the local students, isn't it?
Yeah, so can you have a guess?
Well, ours is about 9 or 10,000 a year.
10,000
So
a year?
that's for us. That would be for a British student. So I'm imagining it's at least twice, maybe 3 times as much. Is it 30,000?
Yeah, 30,000 per year. So what's the advantages and disadvantages of UK education, do you think?
Advantages, world recognition, I suppose. I mean, it's recognised around the world. That's an advantage. Disadvantages
of a UK education. I don't know, maybe, I mean, I guess all university education potentially is a bit elitist in that is there actual access for everybody?
According to, I would imagine maybe China. Yeah.
Yeah,
China, India maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you welcome them? I mean, do you welcome these international students?
Of course.
Well, why not?
Of course. I mean, it's it's good for universities because they're businesses and they're making money from it, and it's not a bad thing.
Do you think these international students take away opportunities from these local students, or do you think they bring more benefits to the university?
I think they bring more benefits. Yeah.
So, for example, what kind of benefits?
What kind of benefits? I mean, job benefits. So either if they're working while they're studying or working after. We definitely need workers in certain industries and sectors, and yeah, I think it's a good thing.
Where do you think these international students are come from?
So the school that I've kind of worked next to, I'd say it's mostly definitely Asia, but probably Eastern Asia.
East Asia,
China,
like Japan,
yeah,
or something.
I'd say so.
So do you welcome them? I mean, do you think they take away opportunities from the local students, or they bring more benefits to the universities?
I don't think so. But yeah, I don't think so. I think, honestly, anyone who wants to learn, I think they should just come and they should learn and they should study, and have I don't know. I think opportunity should be equal to everyone. I don't think that you should be like, oh, this thing is just for this group of students, and this school you can only study if you're from here. Like, I think everyone, opportunities across the world should be open to people from all over the world.
Yeah, exactly. So, do you know how much money in general for international students to pay for the study in UK per year? Can you have a guess?
I don't know, but I think I've seen it's like 13,000.
Yeah, exactly, £30,000 per year.
30. Oh, okay.
£30,000. That's a lot of money. So
I think for me, if I was going to study abroad, I couldn't pay that much money because I just can't afford it.
I guess there's people from all over the world I see every day.
Yep.
And I hear different languages every day. And I don't know if they're students or not, but I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
In Australia, they tend to pay a lot more than domestic students, a lot more. Yeah, it's a lot of money. Education should be free, and it should be available to everyone worldwide, including foreigners that come to a country. That's what I feel.
I think there's an increase.
Why do you think there's an increase?
I think because there's a lot of good schools in London, a lot of places where you can learn new things, and that's why a lot of students come here, because perhaps maybe they want to study English or study Shakespeare, drama, theatre.
So according to your observation, where do you think most these international students are come from?
I'd say from everywhere. I don't think it's a specific place. I think a lot of Asian students, a lot of European students. I've seen a big mix. Africa, yeah, big mix.
So do you think these international students take away opportunities from local students, or do you think they bring more benefits to the universities?
I don't think they take away opportunity. I don't think so. I think they're really at a disadvantage, because if it's not the same language, then they're not really taking away opportunity.
I think they give more opportunities to us, so we can work with them, so we can go to their country, or we can, like with the Hungary trip, like when we went to it, that was an opportunity for us. So that actually give us opportunities.
Yeah, to learn more about how other people do what we do. So that was really great.
So how much money do you think the international student pay for studying UK per year? So can I have a guess?
International students, oh God.
20,000?
Yeah,
20,000? No, 30,000 at least. At least 30,000.
30,000.
So do you think it is worthwhile for international students to pay such amount of money to study in UK?
I think that's...
See, that's crazy, but then to be fair, it's like, it's not near that amount when you actually live here. When you're from here and you're like going to drama school, for example, like it's still expensive, but not to that level. I guess that's how the government sees it. I guess that's the sacrifice you have to make. But I don't think it's fair for everyone, because then it's like, obviously the international students that are coming, they're going to come from a more prestigious background or a more privileged background. Not unless you're some sort of master of all the arts and you're brought over here and you come from nothing. Like, I mean, most of the time the students are going to come from a wealthy home to be able to afford that. So yeah, it does obviously narrow it down to a select few amount of people.
Do you think they like take opportunities away from you or from the local students, or do you think they make more benefits to the school?
No, I think they offer benefits. They offer, some of them come in with really good ideas and make schools competitive for us, and that can push others to be competitive as well. So there's benefits to it. Yeah.
So what do you think the disadvantages or advantages to study in UK?
I'd say for London, there's so many different cultures and so many different opportunities and so much diversity. It's really nice, and it's got a really young vibe as well. But I think disadvantages, just for studying, the only thing that I know is probably the costs. I would say is a lot.
I mean, they're a good place to study, and I think, you know, there are obviously, you know, especially London, it's a very good place to come for work. There are lots of jobs. It's a massive city, and I think the disadvantages are, of course, the price is really expensive, and yeah, you're not necessarily guaranteed to be, you know, it's difficult to get a job anyway, so you're not guaranteed a job afterwards or a high-paying job. So yeah, I'd say those are the disadvantages.
More and more people say that the universities are heavily relying on the international student fee. Do you think it is a good thing or a bad thing?
I feel like they shouldn't be relying on students' fees. I feel like they should have more funding, maybe from the government or just from certain schemes, so that they don't have to rely on the students' fees, because then they're basically just probably, and I'm imagining, putting the fees up more if they can't kind of afford to keep going without the fees. And I think that's unfair to the students, because students should only have to pay for the price of their education. They shouldn't have to pay to keep the school going as much.
Exactly. Okay.